After graduation, Kaylee plans on a career in pediatric nursing and attending either NAU, GCU, or the University of Nebraska. Ladies and gentlemen, Kaylee Crumby. Our next senior this evening is Katie Field. This is Katie's fourth year in Seton Volleyball, and in her spare time she volunteers as a special needs religious education instructor. Katie also enjoys traveling to the beach, long car rides, blasting music, and hanging out with friends. Her favorite volleyball memory was last year when we were blindfolded by the seniors and surprised in a team bonding event at In-N-Out and Walmart. Next fall, Katie plans to attend Texas A&M University or the University of Pennsylvania to pursue mechanical or computer engineering. Congratulations, Katie Field. Our final senior this evening is Ellen Tyrell. Outside of games, practices, and studying, Ellen likes hanging out with friends, paddleboarding, and binge watching TV shows. Her best volleyball memory was beating Mesquite at Mesquite. After graduation, Ellen plans to attend Northern Arizona University and major in criminology. Ladies and gentlemen, Ellen Tyrell. All right, to all of our senior athletes, remember this moment and know that each of you have made an incredible impact on your team and the Seton community. On behalf of Seton Catholic Prep, we want to say congratulations and best of luck in the future to all our seniors and their parents. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause. And your Seton
It's a special night at John J. McMahon Gym as three Sentinels will play their final home game. It's Seton Catholic looking for payback as they take on league rival St. Mary's right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Bequeno. Thanks for dialing us in. Well, emotions will be very high as three seniors, Kaylee Crumbach, Ellen Terrell, and Catherine Thea will play their final home game here at John J. McMahon Gym. And of course, they want to go out with a special memory by knocking off St. Mary's. St. Mary's coming in with a record of 14-11, coming off yesterday's home loss against Deer Valley. Meanwhile, Seton Catholic coming in with great momentum after the road victory at Coconino. St. Mary's led by their outside hitter Shelby M with 180 kills on the year. Meanwhile, Seton led by freshman sensation Elizabeth Steinkamp coming in with 168 kills. Seton on the year with a record of 8-14, 3-5 in Desert Sky play, looking to keep their conference hopes alive. The seniors looking to go out with a special memory one final time here at John J. McMahon Gym. We'll have the starting lineups and more coming right up on the Seton Catholic Sports Network.
See where it's going, but basically everything.
Yeah, you get them more organized, nice and tight.
Well, it all fits in there, and then eventually this, I'll put a screen in there, and it'll be done.
Looks good.
But you don't have to plug anything in before this.
lead. Can you hook me up with my internet one more time?
I gotta remember my password. You're good. She's gonna get another one up.
And we welcome you back to John J. McMahon Gym, where we are closing in between the matchup. The home team, the Sentinels, taking on the Knights of St. Mary's. A rematch for the Sentinels and a win, and they can possibly keep their playoff hopes alive. They're dabbling with that late seed, and they'll need some things to go their way, but they have an opportunity. So you're saying there's a chance, and there is a chance. Of course, Sentinels starting lineup tonight. Michaela Bell, that outside hitter with 117 kills on the year. She wears jersey number 14. Fia Fisher in the middle, number 15. That freshman making an impact. Madeline Coaches, 96 assists on the year with 2 jersey, the junior. Elizabeth Steinkamp, can't say enough about her efforts and the way she's played this year. 168 kills coming in. Catherine Thiel, the senior, with 92 kills, and Ellen Terrell getting an opportunity to make some memories here in her final home game. And no question, Ellen and the rest of the team wants to make it a special one and go out with a bang right here on the home court in front of the Seton faithful. Sentinels, coached by James Johnson, Seton Catholic alum. His assistants, great pair, Riley Johnson and Brian Milhone. Talk about the Sentinels, of course. A lot of good young talent that will have their opportunities for bigger and better days ahead. Sophia Shalapour with 297 assists, 179 digs, having a fantastic year. And Kaylee Krumbach, the libero, the senior, with 275 digs, 55 assists, 67 service points. Been rock solid for the team this season. St. Mary's comes to town, fresh off Monday's home loss in 5 sets to Deer Valley. The Knights 14-11 overall, 5-3 in the Desert Sky, led by head coach September Lopez. Knights have lost 2 straight in 3 of their past 6. Knights have dynamic outside hitters. Junior outside hitter Shelby Lem with 180 kills, 5% in freshman Miley McDowell with 93 kills. Lem also leading the way with 138 digs, and sophomore Ava Castillo with 147 digs. Jessica Rayner, outside hitter and a sophomore. Number 10, Shelby Lem, the outside hitter of the junior, 180 kills, 158 digs. Number 12, Miley McDowell, 93 kills, outside hitter, a freshman. Number 13, Emily Madigan with 17 kills, middle hitter. And number 14, Zoe Rideau with 20 block shots. The senior will play in that middle position. These squads met back on October 6th at St. Mary's, with the Sentinels losing in 5 sets. This one's so big for Seton, with an opportunity to keep their playoff hopes alive. Taking a look at the conference standings, Arcadia on top with a record of 8-0, 21-7 overall. Seton will have an opportunity to face Arcadia on Thursday night, which is crucial for a potential playoff spot. And that second spot is St. Mary's at 5-3, 14-11 overall. Mesquite 4-4, 14-14 overall. Saguaro 14-14, make that 4-4, 13-8 overall. Seton 3-5, 8-14. Marcos Deniza 0-8, 1-14 overall. Sentinels with big time home energy, knowing what's at stake. Seton has really picked up its game in the past several weeks with 3 consecutive victories, knocking off Mesquite on the road in 5 sets. Home win of Marcos Deniza in 4. And Monday's 3-set victory over Coconino. We'll take a moment for the school prayer and the announcements, and we'll be right back.
Dear Lord, thank you for the many opportunities you have given us. They give them this time together in the spirit of competition. We hope these athletes and officials perform to the best of their abilities and keep them free from injury. St. Elizabeth A&C, pray for us. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Please remain standing for the pledge of our national anthem.
Sentinels coming in with some big time momentum with 3 straight wins. Once again, October 18th victory at Mesquite in 5 sets. A home win 2 nights later against Marcos in 4. And Coconino, the road victory Monday night in 3 sets. Sentinels with a lot to play for, still battling for that play-in playoff spot. So emotions will be high as they take on this St. Mary's team that they lost to in 5 sets a couple weeks back on the road. St. Mary's, fresh off last night's home loss to Deer Valley. They've got some athletes. Shelby Lem, outside hitter, the junior, number 10, can go up like a champ. And of course, this one a very emotional night. 3 Sentinel seniors, Catherine Thiel, Ellen Terrell, as well as Kaylee Krumbach playing their final regular season home game in front of the home crowd at John J. McMahon Gym. Sentinels will serve up the action, winning the coin toss with Madeline Coaches getting this one going. Key for Seton, start fast, limit the unforced errors, and contain the outside presence of Shelby Lem and freshman Miley McDowell. McDowell, the freshman, with 93 kills on the year. McDowell, number 12, and Shelby Lem, number 10. And this one is long right out of the gates, and that's not the start Seton wanted. So St. Mary's goes to work, led by head coach September Lopez. Addie Caminilla fires it across. Steinkamp tries to dig it out. This one knocked by McDowell. Krumbach, Coaches, threw a little bump across and kept alive by St. Mary's. Steinkamp, the set. Terrell bumps it over, and Ellen, the senior, doing some good work right out of the gates. And we are knotted at 1. And the iconic one, Karen Self, in the building. Always great to see the basketball coach. Steinkamp rips it across. McDowell. St. Mary's gets it across. Krumbach, Coaches. Thiel tried to knock it across, kept alive by St. Mary's, working that right side, the bump. Krumbach, good work. Terrell knocks it. Steinkamp on that back end, and that one goes long. So, early impressions. Seton has an opportunity here. McDowell on the serve, fires it. Kayla Bell, Coaches. Bell fires it across, and that one falls in. Perfect placement, and we're knotted at 2. Fia Fisher stepping in. Krumbach, the senior, going to the service line. Fires it. Dug out by St. Mary's. Worked at the net. Knock over. And that goes in favor of Seton, as the return was out of play. Krumbach, can't say enough about her efforts this year. A stabilizing force as the libero. Fires it across. St. Mary's trying to keep it alive and out of play, and another point in favor of Seton. So emotions are high with 3 seniors for Seton playing their final home game, and the Sentinels with an opportunity to keep their playoff hopes alive. Krumbach fires it, and that one goes right into the net. Now a 4-3 Seton advantage. Krumbach, 67 service points coming into this one. Zoe Rideau, Bell. St. Mary's trying to keep it alive on that back end, and they cannot knock it back. So Seton with a quick 5-3 lead. And I have good news. The Flamingo is in the house. Catherine Thiel. And that's another unforced serving error. So Addie Morris checking in and going to work at the service line. Jessica Rayner, and Rayner's been fantastic on the year with 311 assists. Morris and Krumbach knocks it across. McDowell, the back end. Little serve up at the net, and the knock over for the point by Emily Madigan. Madigan, the freshman, 5'7", 17 kills coming in. Getting some more work as the season has progressed. Knotted at 5, knocked across. Steinkamp back end, coaches. Fia Fisher try to find the middle. St. Mary's setting up their offense, knocked back, and that one is out of play. Seton goes back on top. Stepping in, the ever so happy one, Emily Yaley. Always has a smile on her face. Yaley going to work on that back end. Steinkamp, Fisher fires it up. Right side of the floor, and she serves up the ace. St. Mary's flat-footed. And Yaley will take it. Yaley knocks it in perfect placement off the top of the net and falls right in. Soft spot on the court. And Seton with an 8-5 advantage. Yaley knocks it. McDowell there, setting up their offense. Bump on that back end. Yaley, coaches. Violation goes against Seton. 8-6. On the serve, Shelby Lem. What a great season she's had. Yaley, coaches. Steinkamp fires it across. McDowell keeps it alive. Lem knocks it over. Yaley, coaches. And a violation, another against Seton. Now 8-7. Shelby Lem, the junior outside hitter. 180 kills coming in. Coaches, great work. Fia Fisher knocks it across. St. Mary's into their offense. McDowell, violation against the Knights. Now 9-7. Couple changes. Going into serve, Sienna Morales. Ellen Terrell also on the front line. Morales, good serve across. Lem on that back end. Set up for McDowell. McDowell shoots it across. Morales on that back end. Coaches. Violation against Seton. 9-8 as Fia Fisher steps back in. Morales steps out. Actually, Fia Fisher stepping out. Coaches Terrell on that front line. Knocked across. Yaley. And the bump at the net. Zoe Rideau knocks it home. And we are knotted at 9. Ava Castillo on the serve. 147 digs coming in. Yaley, Krumbach, Steinkamp fires it up. And the Steinhammer nails it to the floor. Now 10-9. So the Seton student body, it's Hawaiian night. The rip across, Lem is there, setting up their offense. The big hammer, Olivia Castillo. The junior on that right side, high and hard. And we are knotted at 10. On the serve, Addie Kamania. So valuable on the year to the St. Mary's team with 69 digs. Steinkamp, coaches, knocked across by Thiel. St. Mary's setting up their offense in the middle, little bump. Zoe Rideau tried to get it across. Steinkamp fires it up, and Lem cannot keep it alive. And Seton back on top, 11-10. Michaela Bell checking in. Emily Yaley checking out. Steinkamp on the service line. Steinkamp, 168 kills coming in. Fires it. McDowell on the dig. The knock across. Little bump by Rideau. Krumbach. Steinkamp trying to keep it alive. And could not. Seton a little flat-footed on that offensive possession. And we are knotted at 11 with McDowell on the serve. McDowell, Krumbach, Steinkamp tries to move it forward. Thiel, a little push across. Lem is there, setting up that right side. Blocked at the net. Coaches, Thiel, a little bump across. And Thiel, perfect placement as St. Mary's late reaction. And a 12-11 Seton advantage. Krumbach on the serve. Coming in with 67 service points, fires it. McDowell set up by the Knights. Deep and gets the back end of the court. Seton cannot capitalize on its serve. So Zoe Rideau on the serve. Dug out by Steinkamp. Coaches in the middle. Fia Fisher trying to find that soft spot. St. Mary's, Krumbach, great job getting it across. St. Mary's back in its offensive set. Little knock across. And Lem with a perfect placement. And the Knights take their first lead. Now up 13-12. Rideau fires it. Michaela Bell, Krumbach moves it forward. Bell bumped on that back end. McDowell set up to that right side. Lem fires it high and hard. And Shelby Lem bringing the goods. And now a 14-12 Knights advantage. Zoe Rideau, team high, 20 block shots, working that service line. Steinkamp, coaches. Bell bringing the boom on that left side. 14-13. Now Seton has to capitalize on its serve. Thiel fires it. Rideau giving chase. Excellent work by Jessica Rayner. Knocked across. Thiel. Coaches. Thiel off the net. Dug out nicely by Jessica Rayner. And coming high and hard was Shelby Lem from that left side. Firing a missile that Seton could not push the other way. 15-13. On serve is Rayner. Addie Morris giving chase, and that one is out of bounds, and a 16-13 St. Mary's lead. So Coach James Johnson calling a timeout. Talking some things over with his team. So Seton jumped out to an 8-5 lead. St. Mary's knotted at 9, then at 11. And St. Mary's now on a run to take a 16-13 lead. And we have a good look at the student body, courtesy of Jen Hutchison on the great camera work. And maybe if the students can turn around and realize that the camera is actually on them and they can wave 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 quality push-ups by that young man there. Now let's hope he can do 25 faster before St. Mary's can get there, and it'll be a quality first set. Rayner on the serve. Morris, coaches knocking the way. Bell that back end, and Bell fires up the winner on that right side. 16-14. Emily Yaley checking in. Michaela Bell checking out. Coach Lopez on her feet in the side. Yaley with an opportunity. Can Seton capitalize on its serve? Good dig out by St. Mary's. Unfortunately, Rayner cannot track it down. Good effort by Samantha Mosqueda. 16-15. Yaley will fire this one up. Mosqueda digging it out again. Rayner, other side. Olivia Castillo firing across, going back the other way. Steinkamp through the trees, and Steinkamp delivers. The Stein hammer nailing that one down. And we are even Steven at 16 apiece, and Yaley doing some quality work now, working that other side of the service line. Mosqueda digging it out, and that one is out. And Seton goes back on top, 17-16. Yaley putting Seton back on top on this service run, firing it, and now we are knotted at 17, so Seton, its worst enemy in this first set with several unforced errors. Going to work at the service line, Shelby Lem. Lem fires it. Dug out nicely by Yaley. Steinkamp and fires that one deep, and that one's heading to Guadalupe. 18-17. Shelby Lem on the serve. Lem fires it. Dug out nicely by Yaley. Coaches. Steinkamp rips it across. Rayner's there. Set up in the middle. Fired high and hard, and Emily Madigan bringing it down in a 19-17 Knights lead. Shelby Lem, so good, 180 kills, 158 digs coming in, doing a great job at the service line, and handcuffs Emily Yaley on that return, and James Johnson is up and calling for his team for a little bit of focus and a little bit more movement on the floor. Yaley that back end, coaches. Steinkamp, bump over. Almost caught St. Mary's napping. Yaley, coaches, Fia Fisher. And Fia Fisher delivers at the net, and Fia Fisher. Go strong, young lady. You're high over the net, just slam it home. Morales at the service line for Seton. Down 2. Worked by Castillo, set up nicely. And that one is way out. And Seton pulls within 1. Olivia Castillo was going for the hammer on that left side and knocked that one way out of play. Morales shoots a good serve across. Castillo, nice job. And a big point by Miley McDowell. And a 21-19 St. Mary's lead with Castillo And her 147 digs and counting coming in on the serve. Yaley that back end, and this one gets away. Kept alive, and Steinkamp at the net try to knock it across, and 22-19, and James Johnson has to call a timeout. So Seton one time led 8-5 in this first set, knotted at 11. Seton fell behind 16-13, went ahead 17-16. Now trailing 22-19 in this first set. Stakes so high for Seton, they have 3 departing seniors in Ellen Terrell, Catherine Thiel, and Kaylee Krumbach. And they have faint playoff hopes. They need to essentially most likely win out and get some help along the way, and they do, they'll have a shot at the playing game. This one has to come down to tighter focus, and gotta want it. Athletically, they can compete in this game. Question is, they gotta find the focus and desire to take this one. Castillo on the serve. And that one close to being out. Coaches, Steinkamp fires it, and Steinkamp fires the winner. And that stops a big run by the Knights. Now 22-20 with Madeline Coaches on the serve. Good serve across, almost handcuffs McDowell. Castillo knocks it across and knocks it out of play. It's now a 1-point first set. Coaches going back to work. Fires another laser on that right side. McDowell digs it out. Rayner. McDowell shoots it right into the net. And we are knotted at 22. So Madeline Coaches gained the start and coming up big on this service run. Even Steven at 22 apiece. Coaches. Lem. Rayner in that middle. Rideau try to find the soft spot. Thiel, soft spot, and Thiel finds the winner. The senior coming up big. And now St. Mary's has to call a timeout. So the Seton upperclassmen stepping up loud and proud. Coming up big when the team needed some big points, and Catherine Thiel with the little bump over. Thiel coming in with 92 kills and a big one right there. And please stick with us after the match. Win, lose, or draw, we'll hear from Catherine Thiel and Kaylee Krumbach and Ellen Terrell on their Seton Catholic time, and of course this season, and all the memories they've had, and what it's meant to them to wear that Seton Catholic uniform. We go back to live action. Seton Catholic with a 2-point lead, 2 points away from taking this first set. Coaches fires it. McDowell digs it out. Rayner. Castillo tries to fire up a winner. Coaches, nice dig. Krumbach. Steinkamp, little bump across. And that one is good. Steinkamp didn't need the Stein hammer, just needed a little bit of that Stein touch. And now it's set point for the Sentinels. Coaches, Lem, Rayner. Lem knocks it across. Good dig out by Yaley. Little bump across, and that bump is out of play. So the Knights with an opportunity, trailing by 1, 24-23. Now the pressure's on Annie Cabanilla. Can she get the serve in play to give her team a chance? She does. Yaley, that back end. Coaches. Thiel knocks it across. Partially blocked in that back end. Set up for Rayner. Rayner. Yaley digs it out. Coaches. Steinkamp fires it. Lem. Great work in the back end. High off the rafters. Kept alive. Rayner. And this one is still going. Coaches. And Steinkamp. And Steinkamp says, I am done. Steinkamp, the winner on the left side, partially blocked, and that is going to do it in the first set as Seton, in a must-win situation, takes the first set 25-23. We're going to have more from John J. McMahon Gym. It's the Sentinels in a must-win matchup against the St. Mary's Knights right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. When I think Seton Catholic volleyball, I think Backstreet Boys. Seton Catholic was singing the good old Backstreet Boys, and the student body, they were playing a little Duck, Duck, Goose. Classic game back in the day, and maybe at some point we'll see the Flamingo make an appearance on our screen. He's been kind of hiding with the student section. At some point he'll rear his feathers and say hello. So a good first set for Seton. No question, athletically they can play in this match. Comes down to focus and determination. Gotta want it. Krumbach back on the floor. Yaley, Terrell, Coaches, Thiel, Steinkamp on the other side. Addie Cabanilla. Miley McDowell, Castillo. Shelby Lem, just to name a few, as well as Zoe Rideau in that middle. And we've tracked down the volleyball, which is paramount to playing the game. And Cabanilla will fire up this second set. Yaley, good work. Coaches, Steinkamp, little bump across. McDowell keeps it alive. Rayner, good work, and Seton was looking for the net call, and they do get it. And a quick 1-0 Seton lead. So Steinkamp been a force all over the court. Coaches, McDowell. Rayner fires it. Good block by Ellen Terrell. Rideau in the middle. Rideau fires up that right side and fires up a winner. Knotted at one apiece. Both teams trading blows early. Miley McDowell, freshman, 93 kills coming in. Great year for her. Fires it. Yaley digging it out, giving chase. Coaches keeping alive. Steinkamp works that back end. McDowell, great work. Set up nicely. Lem just knocks it across. Thiel, Coaches setting up Steinkamp, and Steinkamp just a little too long. Steinkamp, all that energy, just hit that one to oblivion. McDowell fires it. Steinkamp digs it out. Coaches giving chase, and Rideau was right at that line, and the easy kill point for the Knights, and a 3-1 advantage. McDowell serves it up, and that goes into the net, so Seton goes back on the side out. Caleb Bell checking in. Steinkamp on serve. Yaley checking out. And the Flamingo loud and proud with the student body. Steinkamp rips it across. Castillo digs it out. In that middle, Rideau. Krumbach is there. Coaches. Thiel. Good work in that back end by the Knights. Knocked across by Lem. Thiel. Coaches. Bell. Little soft touch. Michaela Bell called for the changeup. I think she had the fastball signal, but decided to go off speed. And that paid dividends on the floor with a 3-3 match. Steinkamp almost served it up an ace. Lem knocks it across. Coaches. Thiel bumped at the net, and Lem is there for the winner. And a 4-3 Knights advantage. Checking in. Louise Hall. Steinkamp checking out. Rideau on the serve. Krumbach. Coaches. Bell. And Bell, the miss hit. Got to finish those, Michaela. Got to get those across. Rideau fires it. And that one is knocked out of play by Louise Hall. And a 6-3 Knights lead, and James Johnson watching closely. Rideau goes to work. Hall that back end. Bell. That one blocked at the net. Coaches. Thiel, and Thiel fires up the winner. Sophia Fisher checking in. Ellen Terrell stepping out. The three seniors making their presence felt as Krumbach going to the service line. Kaylee rips it across. Castillo digs it out. Shelby Lem fires that back end. Great hustle by Hall. Knocked deep, and this one could not be handled by Hall this time around. And a 7-4 Knights lead. Jessica Rayner going to work. Rayner. Bell. Coaches, and Bell bangs it home. 7-5. Is that Seton bench? They're excited. James Johnson talking to his team. Little IQ suggestion from the sidelines. Thiel. Dug out nicely. Little block at the nets, kept alive. Banged in that back end. That's way out of play as Castillo was going for the kill shot. And knocked that one back to South Mountain. 7-6. Seton down one with Thiel on the serve. Thiel gets it across. Castillo digs it out. Rayner on the set. Lem dug out by Krumbach. Boom from that left side was Michaela Bell. Lem going back the other way. Kept alive. That one off the rafter as Krumbach tried to save it. Went straight off the rafter, and it's the Knights getting the point. Checking in. Addie Morris. Shelby Lem, number 10, no question the team's valuable player. Formation violation against Seton. 9-6, the Knights with the lead. Seton took the first set. Rowling, Addie Morris. Coaches try to bump it across and could not. James Johnson, got to wonder if he's going to be pulling out that timeout card here very soon, as Lem on the service line. And that one is long in favor of Seton. Stopping a run, checking in, Steinkamp. Yaley checking out, Bell and Hall. Yaley going to work on the service line with Seton down 10-7. Seton, senior night. Castillo digging it out. Lem, that back end. McDowell shoots it across. Good work by Yaley in that back end. Coaches, Steinkamp. Net violation goes against Seton. An 11-7 Knights advantage. With Ava Castillo, the sophomore libero, firing it up. Yaley, good dig out. Coaches, Steinkamp right through the trees, and Steinkamp fires it home. 11-8. Morales going to the service line. Ellen Terrell in the middle. Terrell coaches Steinkamp. Hall, Yaley, Morales, Lem, Rayner. Castillo tries to fire it. Kept alive, bumped over by Seton. Castillo, Morales. Coaches, Morris in that back end. Castillo, Rayner. Knocked across on that deep end. And that was Shelby Lem, and Shelby Lem can fire up a fastball as good as anyone on this court. In a 12-8 Seton deficit. Stepping up to serve, Addie Cabanilla. We appreciate you dialing us up on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Steinkamp, coaches, and Rideau at the net, wins the battle. Rideau, the big body, placed perfectly and cemented her place on the court on that possession. Cabanilla, Yaley that back end, coaches. Ellen Terrell almost fired up a winner. Cabanilla, good set. Krumbach, that back end, coaches. Steinkamp, the Stein hammer. Castillo kept it alive. Cabanilla, McDowell fires it up. And that one hits the back end of the court. And a 14-8 Knights lead, and Coach James Johnson has to call the timeout. So the Seton Catholic student section all decked out in Hawaiian wear. And I just got some great news today. I just found out that Publishers Clearinghouse has called me, and I've won $1 million for the rest of my life. So I'm set. Publishers Clearinghouse says I choose, and I chose to be a winner. So that's the good news of the day, and the good news right here for Seton Catholic, they took the first set 25-23, but now have some work to do in this second set. Trailing 14-8. Have to tighten some things up, get in some better positions, and some better opportunities. Addie Cabanilla on serve, 14-8. Yaley, coaches, Steinkamp right through the trees, and Steinkamp delivers. 14-9. Thiel checking in, Addie Morris checking out. Coaches on the serve. Terrell, Thiel, Steinkamp, Krumbach, Yaley, and coaches on the serve. Work that right side. McDowell, Cabanilla, Rayner, Terrell, good job keeping alive. Rideau once again winning that battle in the middle. And a 15-9 Knights lead. Good work once again by Zoe Rideau, the senior middle hitter. McDowell fires it. Krumbach digs it out. Coaches, Steinkamp fires it up, and Steinkamp is a winner. So Seton with some work to do, trailing by 5. Caleb Bell checking in. Steinkamp going to work on the service line. Steinkamp has had a tremendous freshman year. Almost fired up the winner. Cabanilla, Zoe Rideau, net violation. Goes against Rideau and a point for Seton. Now trailing 15-11. Steinkamp fires it. Shelby Lem. Rayner just knocks it across. Terrell. Thiel fires it up. And Thiel finds the winner in the back end of the floor, and that gets James Johnson off his seat, applauding his team. Steinkamp. The boom across, and Rideau could not handle that heat. Gives Steinkamp the ace. Seton is pulled within 2. And at some point, I'm going to find out why all the student body are wearing the Hawaiian shirts. Rideau digs it out. Cabanilla. Lem, little bump across. Good job by Bell. Coaches. Thiel. Cabanilla. Rayner gets it across. And that finds the back end of the floor. Lack of communication by Seton. And a critical point there gives St. Mary's the possession. Seton starting to get a little momentum and then out of sorts on that offensive set. Rideau fires it. Crumbach. Coaches. Terrell. Cabanilla. Rayner. Lem. And Lem fires a bull in that back end. And a 17-13. Knights lead. Annalise Salazar checking in. Ellen Terrell stepping out. Rideau on the serve. Fires it. Bell. Coaches. Knocked across by Salazar. Almost a miscommunication there. Shelby Lem that back end. Michaela Bell chasing it down. Crumbach gets it across. Cabanilla and Lem. High and hard. Fires it up. And an 18-13 St. Mary's lead, and Coach James Johnson watching closely, might have to call another timeout. And Seton gets a big break there as Rideau knocks it out of play. 18-14. Appreciate you dialing us up on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Senior night for Kaylee Crumbach, Catherine Thiel, and Ellen Terrell. Seton with a slim playoff opportunity. Got to win out and might have a shot at the at-large bid and give it up. Seton. Good serve by Crumbach. Castillo could not handle it. Give Crumbach the ace on the serve. Now a 3-point deficit for Seton. Crumbach, little soft touch. Lem, Cabanilla, Rayner fires it up and catches Coaches out of sorts in that back end. And a 19-15 Knights advantage. Rayner going to work. Shoots at Crumbach. 19-16. Catherine Thiel going to work. Castillo. Shelby Lem. Knocked across by Castillo. Good dig by Crumbach. Caleb Bell fires it right into the net, and that hurts. 20-16. Seton in a 4-point hole with Thiel checking out. Addie Morris checking in. Shelby Lem going to work. Lem fires it. Crumbach. Violation against Seton. 21-16. Seton needs to tighten this up and quickly. Lem on the serve. Good effort by Addie Morris, and Coach Johnson's going to call a timeout. So Seton trailing for most of this match, down 6-3, 10-6, 15-9, 16-13, 21-16, and now 22-16. Emotions very high. Seton still with an opportunity to make the postseason. And maybe at some point, the Flamingo will make his way onto our screen. He's been kind of quiet so far, hanging out with the student section. Lately, he's been a little shy. He's been reserved, and I've heard he's been on campus at the Seton Library reading about his fellow feathered friends. As we get ready for live play, Seton down 6 with Shelby Lem on the serve. Lem, Krumbach, and Lem fired up a great serve. 23-16. So the Knights answering in this second set. Lem, Michaela Bell, Krumbach knocking it back the other way. Coaches, Lem, Rayner setting it up in that middle. A fastball by Emily Madigan. And it's set point for the Knights. Lem going to work. Set point. She fires up a fastball. Addie Morse kept alive by Fia Fisher. A little bump over. Castillo, Rayner. Castillo blocked at the net by Fia Fisher. Knocked across by Lem. Steinkamp, coaches. Fia Fisher finds the soft spot. And Seton not done yet. Now they have to go to work on their serve. They need perfection. The service fault, and this one is over. Emily Yaley in a critical situation. Has to give her team an opportunity. Fires it. Castillo digs it out. Kept alive at the net. Steinkamp fires it up. Net violation. And that one is against St. Mary's. So it's 24-18. Yaley goes to work. Shoots it across, and that will do it. Heartbreaking fashion. The Sentinels drop the second set, 25-17. We'll take a short time out here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. It's a must-win matchup for the Sentinels, taking on the Knights right here at John J. McMahon Gym. So now all of a sudden we have attack of the Pink Flamingos. I just got word from downtown Phoenix is being attacked by a flamingo that's burning the city down with fire. Now, I've never seen a flamingo do that, but in this case, that flamingo is not friendly, but the flamingos that hover here at John J. McMahon Gym, warm and friendly. So we go to the third set. Knotted at 1. Coaches, Lem that back end, Cabanilla, and Rayner will knock it across. Krumbach is there. Coaches, right side. Bell banging it on the right side, and that one is long. And not the start Seton wants, giving up a quick point after dropping that second set. Second set was just about consistency. Bell, Coaches, Rideau keeps it alive, and Salazar in that middle. Knotted at 1, 1 apiece. Emily Yaley checking in. Bell checking out, and Yaley going to the service line. Getting a lot of work there and coming through. Yaley fires it. Castillo, Salazar bringing the hammer. Chased down, and Ivana Alvarez could not connect. And Seton with a 2-1 advantage. Yaley going to work. Castillo could not handle it. 3-1 Seton lead. If you're just tuning in, we appreciate you dialing us up on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Seton with slim playoff hopes. They essentially have to win out to potentially have an out-large bid. And that would be the playing game. But you know what? You play in, anything can happen. Seton, Coaches. And that one fired up by caddy Catherine Thiel. And the winner of 4-1. Seton advantage. And Seton coming into this matchup hot. 3 straight wins. Fired across. And Lem could not handle it. And Yaley with the ace and a 5-1 Seton lead. And Coach Lopez on the other side. The long-time St. Mary's coach. And this time Lem high and up over the net. Rips it down. A 5-2 Seton lead with Zoe Rideau, the senior, going to work at the service line. Right in that middle, Krumbach, Coaches, Salazar. Worked in that back end, kept alive by St. Mary's, knocked over Yaley. Steinkamp fires it, and that one is deep. Unforced error from that left side. You hate to see it. Rideau. Yaley digs it out. Coaches. Catherine Thiel, a little bump across, and the bump is perfect. Read it like a champ and knocks it home. Via Fisher checking in. Annalise Salazar checking out. Krumbach back on the service line. Oh, and nails the top of the net and gets the sweet roll. 7-3, Seton advantage. Krumbach. Alvarez that back end. Cabanilla, Lem, Yaley. Coaches keeps it up. Steinkamp fires it up. Kept alive, knocked back and forth. And St. Mary's could not keep it alive for an 8-3 Seton advantage. So with the student section, I found out this week it's, as St. Mary's calls a timeout, they're wearing the Hawaiian wear because it's the theme this week is Teen Beach Movie Spirit Week. So that's why we've got the Hawaiian shirts, but I don't think the teachers on campus have to wear those. No Hawaiian wear by Karen Self. And my big question tonight, and she has showed up. Sierra Daniel has shown up, and good to see Sierra. Sierra, a star on the softball team, and just made a trek to LSU for an unofficial visit. She'll be playing for the Tigers. Wish her and the Daniel family the best of luck. She'll have more memories to make in the spring for the softball team, and of course, the Seton Catholic Sports Network will be all over it. Play some nighttime games, and I will be there. Krumbach fires it. Alvarez, Cabanilla, Rayner gets it across. Yaley, that back end, coaches. Theo fires it. Cabanilla there. Rayner, Lem, little bump across. Krumbach, great dig. Coaches, Fia Fisher in that middle, and Fia knocks it home in a 9-3 Seton advantage. Seton tightening things up a little bit. Athletically, they can hang on this match easily. Alvarez, Castillo, Rayner shoots it across. Krumbach, great dig. Coaches, Theo fires it, blocked to the net. Krumbach keeps it alive. Coaches, Steinkamp blocked to the net. Steinkamp keeps it alive. Coaches, Fia Fisher right in Castillo, and kept alive almost by the St. Mary Knights. And a 10-3 Seton advantage. So Krumbach on a nice service run, and that one's going to be out. Seton with a 10-4 advantage in this third set. The squads have split the first two sets right here at John J. McMahon Gym. Sentinels with a record of 8-14 overall, 3-5 in the Desert Sky. Thiel fires it up. Lem, Krumbach there. Knocked across by Thiel. Thiel fires up the winner. An 11-4. Seton lead as the student body saying KD, KD. Catherine Thiel. Catherine Thiel stepping out. Sophia Shalapour stepping in. Sophia Shalapour, so dynamite. Super sophomore, just in a great setter. Steinkamp, coaches, try to knock it across and could not. Now 11-6. Lem goes back to serve. And a nice service run in that second set. Krumbach, coaches. Krumbach fires it. And that's a winner deep in that right side. Much to the delight of the student section. 12-6. Steinkamp shoots it up. McDowell. Rayner back to McDowell. Krumbach digs it out. Coaches. Bell blocked at the net and out of play. 13-6. Steinkamp going to work. Fires up a fastball. McDowell digs out. Banged that right side, blocked to the net. Coaches. Fia Fisher finds the soft spot. 14-6. Timeout on the floor. And Seton has responded in this third set. And this just in from downtown. A giant flamingo has now destroyed the Footprint Center. But our flamingos here are friendly. Nice, warm, fuzzy, and pink. Unlike the Mothra Flamingo in downtown Phoenix, causing all kinds of havoc. And the Steinhammer going to work. And by the way, the Steinhammer has officially been locked in, but by her teammates. Rayner, McDowell shoots it across. Crumbach, great dig. Coaches, Bell, a little bump over, knock over by St. Mary's. Coaches, Fia Fisher throws it down, and a winner. Fia Fisher, want to see that aggressiveness on that play at the net. She can sky, and she can get high and knock it down. Steinkamp going to work with a 15-6 lead and fires up the changeup. And Seton now rolling with a 16-6 advantage. Steinkamp shoots it, top of the net, McDowell, Rayner, McDowell, little bump, blocked to the net by Fia Fisher, kept alive, Castillo. Good work by Seton. Crumbach pushes it across. Rayner, that back end, Castillo fired up, and that one is a winner by Emily Madigan. 16-7, Seton with the lead. Don't lose the focus, Seton. Stay locked in, you got a shot to take a 2-1 lead. Castillo, Bell, Rayner, Castillo fires it across, and that one's off Coaches. And a 16-8. Make that a 16-9 Seton lead. Coaches, Theo fires it across and make that Michaela Bell from the left side. 17-9. Salazar checking in, Crumbach stepping out. Fia Fisher with an opportunity. Just get the ball in play. She does just that. Lem on that back end. Rayner, Rideau in that middle. And that one just a little too easy. Rideau just found the open spot on the floor. 17-10. Salazar, Coaches, Shalapur, Bell, Theo, Crumbach in that back line. Salazar fires it up. 18-10. Theo checking back in. That was Steinkamp back in the back line, and Shalapur checking out. Coaches, McDowell knocked across, and that one comes short at the net. And 19-10, Seton lead. Coaches, dug out by Rayner, Cabanilla. Rayner fires it, Crumbach is there. Coaches, Bell knocks it to the other side, and that one's out of play. 19-11. Seton advantage with Miley McDowell on the serve. McDowell gives it right back, and Seton will take that in a heartbeat. Seton 5 points away from a 2-1 lead. Yaley checking in to serve. Bell checking out. Salazar, Steinkamp, Thiel, Crumbach. Coaches on the floor with Yaley on serve. Yaley shoots it. And gives it back. A 20-12 Seton lead. Zoe Rideau been solid at the net. Solid serve across. Thiel rips it. Rayner, and that is fired up by Lem, and Lem gets the winner. 20-13. Here comes Rideau. Yaley. And that one drops right in front of the net. 20-14. Seton needs to tighten it up. Yaley. And that one owned at the net by Lem. 20-15. Caleb Bell checking in. Yaley checking out. Rideau on the serve. Right to Bell, coaches. And Shalapour right into Emily Madigan and make that Annalise Salazar. Apologize on that at 21-15. Seton lead. Krumbach fires it across. Dug out by Rideau. Cabanilla. Lem will just get it across. Fisher. Thiel knocks it over, and that one's out of play. 21-16 is James Johnson encouraging his team. Rayner, Krumbach, coaches, and Fisher fires it up. 22-16. Seton 3 points away. Thiel, good serve. McDowell. Castillo. Rideau knocks it across. Krumbach. Coaches. Steinkamp right through the trees. And the Steinhammer cutting the trees down. 23-16. Thiel, the senior. Rideau digs it out. Rayner. Castillo knocks it across. Trying to keep it alive. Bell, Steinkamp almost with a great effort. So the Knights not going away, trailing by 6. Shelby Lem. Lem shoots it across. Krumbach, coaches. Fia Fisher, the soft touch, kept alive by the Knights. Rayner knocks it over. Coaches, Thiel, Fia Fisher, Rideau on that back end. Rayner, McDowell, Krumbach, try to dig it, kept alive by Steinkamp. Knocked over by coaches. Rideau sets it up. Rayner in that middle and banging it home is Emily Madigan, but a net violation against the Knights in favor of Seton. 24-17. Set point with the Steinhammer on serve. Steinhammer fires it. McDowell blocked at the net. Steinkamp hustling. McDowell setting it. Rayner. Castillo on that right side. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by the Knights. And Fia Fisher knocks it home for a second set victory. And Seton leading the must-win match. 2-1, taking the third set, 25-17. We'll take a short time out here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. The Sentinels leading the Knights 2-1. So Seton responding in a must-win situation against St. Mary's. Taking the first set 25-23, losing the second set 25-18, and then Seton responding in the third with a 25-17 victory to lead 2-1, and the Flamingos enjoying this one. See, these are friendly flamingos, unlike the Mothra flamingo that's attacking downtown Phoenix right now. Reports have come in saying that flamingo, very similar to Mothra in the Godzilla universe, has destroyed the Footprint Center. The things we learn on the fly, just amazing here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. So we go back to the live action on the floor. Salazar, coaches, Bell, Steinkamp, Krumbach, and Thiel going to work. Cabanilla on the serve. Castillo, McDowell, Lem, Rayner, and Rideau on the floor for the Knights. And Bell try to get a quick winner. Cabanilla, Rayner shoots it across, and Rayner fires up a winner. And St. Mary's in must-win set 4 takes the first point. Knights won the first matchup between these two teams on the campus of St. Mary's about 3 weeks ago. Rayner and Salazar at the net with a soft touch. Perfect placement, didn't touch the net, and now it's Madeline Coaches going to work at the service line. Castillo digs it out. Cabanilla. Net violation. And a 2-1 Seton advantage. Madeline Coaches fires up another good serve. And the referees say they weren't ready. Now the refs are. Lem digs it out. Cabanilla. Rayner just shoots it across. Steinkamp. Coaches. Thiel fires it up. And Thiel gets that back end of the floor. And a 3-1 Seton advantage. And Charles Heil and some of the baseball players now here. Coaches on forced service arrow, so McDowell on the other side is Coach Lopez, September Lopez, a longtime Knights coach. On her feet, Bell kept alive by Coaches. Bell on the miss hit. So we're even Steven at 3 apiece. McDowell going to work on the service line. Krumbach, Coaches, Salazar, McDowell on that back end, nice work. Rayner, Lem shoots it. Steinkamp, partial block. Bumped across by Thiel, kept alive by Coaches. Thiel, McDowell on that back end. Rayner, Lem tries to shoot on that back end. Coaches, right side. Thiel fires it up and handcuffs McDowell, but Castillo tracks it down and Lem gets it across. Great hustle by the Knights. Coaches, shot across by Steinkamp. McDowell hustling. Lem fires up a fastball. Thiel keeps it alive. Coaches gets it across. Cabanilla. And that's a double block at the net. Thiel and Salazar. And Catherine Thiel, the senior, coming up big. And that was just some high-level volleyball on both sides right there. Applaud the ladies on both sides playing absolutely fantastic. Emily Yaley on the serve. Serves up that back end. McDowell. Lem trying to bump it across. Coaches. Thiel fires it, and that is blocked out of bounds. Catherine Thiel, the super senior, firing up a winner. And a 5-3 Seton advantage as Yaley goes to work. Yaley, Lem, Rayner kept alive, almost off the net. Great hustling effort by Emily Yaley. 5-4. These two Desert Sky rivals, must-win game, must-win match for Seton with slim playoff hopes. Salazar try to bring the heat in the middle. Cabanilla, Rayner, and Salazar with that big-time block. And Charles Heil with the baseball team. And Seton's got a mascot. McDowell, Cabanilla giving chase. Fia Fisher with a great block at the net. Madigan knocks it over. Madigan knocks it out of play. And a 7-4 Seton lead. James Johnson off his chair with the words of encouragement. Seton faithful. And Crumbach gives it away. So Jessica Rayner, so good on the year with 311 assists. And Catherine Thiel, high and hard from that right side. And an 8-5 Seton advantage. Sophia Shalapur stepping in on serve. Ellen Terrell checking in. Coaches and Thiel taking a breather. Shalapur, good serve across. Castillo, Rayner. Madigan tried to win the battle up the net and could not. And a 9-5 Seton advantage. And Charles Heil doing some mascot pull-ups. Knocked across. Castillo, Rayner, Lem from that left side, kept alive. Castillo, Rayner, Castillo fires it up, and Shalapur cannot dig it out. 9-6 with Shelby Lem going to serve. Must-win match for Seton to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. Steinkamp digs it out. Shalapur, Terrell. Violation against Seton. Now 9-7. Lem serves it up. Crumbach. And that eats up Crumbach as Yaley cannot get it going the other way. Knotted at 9. Shelby Lem, Crumbach, and Shelby Lem has got a nice serve. Hard line drive, sinker. And all of a sudden St. Mary's storming back after trailing 9-5. They now lead 10-9. And that student body cheering on the Sentinels now. Crumbach digs it out. Shalapur. Steinkamp fires it across, and that is blocked by Madigan and blocked out of bounds. Knotted at 10. Michaela Bell checking in. Emily Yaley checking out. And there's nothing like the student body doing these student body curls. Castillo fires it up. Crumbach and Steinkamp knocked across by Fia Fisher. Castillo in that middle. McDowell and Shalapur couldn't dig it out. An 11-10 Knights advantage. That's Ava Castillo going to work. The sophomore. Wearing that Libero jersey, loud and proud. Crumbach, Shalapur, Fia Fisher. Fia Fisher fires it up. 12-10. Morales checking in. Salazar checking in. Fia Fisher checking out. Morales going to the service line. Morales, Lem, Rayner, Bordeaux in that middle. Bordeaux wins the battle. A 12-11 Knights lead. Cabanilla on serve. Bell, Chalapur, Terrell across. Castillo's there. Rayner setting up for McDowell. McDowell fires up a fastball. Steinkamp on the back end. Chalapur, Terrell almost found the soft spot. Rayner knocks it across. Terrell setting it up. The assist. Bell on that back end, and Bell gets the winner over Castillo. And we're at 12s. Coaches, Thiel checking in. Terrell checking out. Chalapur checking out. Coaches gets this one across, barely. Bordeaux, Castillo, and Lem. Right into Krumbach. Bell high and hard. And Seton back on top, 13-12. Coaches fires it. Rayner digs it out. Cabanilla shoots it across, and that one's out of bounds, and Seton goes up by 2. 14-12. Coaches. Lem, Cabanilla, McDowell shoots it across. Coaches is there. Krumbach keeps it alive. Knocked over by Coaches. Lem, Cabanilla. Good work by Krumbach. Catherine Thiel fires up in that back end. Cabanilla is there. Rayner shoots it across. Steinkamp's on that back end. Kept alive by Salazar and cannot kept back the other way by the back end of Seton. 14-13. And you would hate to see this one go to a 5th set where anything can happen. McDowell. Right side. Bell on the miss hit at the net, and we're knotted at 14. And this is where Seton has got to tighten it up. McDowell going to work. Bell digs it out. Coaches. Thiel blocked at the net. Krumbach. Coaches. Bell blocked at the net. And it's the Knights going back on top, 15-14. James Johnson, encouragement on that side. Coaches. Thiel fires it up right through the trees. (16-15). Make that 15 all. As Yaley goes to the service line. Castillo digs it out. Cabanilla. Lem. Good dig out by Coaches. Salazar, Steinkamp. And that one's given right back. Seton jumped out to a 3-1 lead. Led 9-6. St. Mary's 11-10 advantage. Here we are, 16-15. St. Mary's. Thiel fires it. McDowell that back end. Cabanilla. Lem shoots it. Krumbach, great work on the fastball. Thiel will just knock it, and that one's right into the net. Unforced error at the net, and those are painful. Bordeaux. Yaley in that middle. Salazar. McDowell hustling. Cabanilla. Lem shoots it across. Krumbach digs it out. Coaches. Steinkamp goes oppo. Lem bumped across by Rayner. Violation against Seton. And an 18-15 St. Mary's advantage. James Johnson calls a timeout, so it's this week the theme is Teen Beach movie theme week for the student body, so that's why they're dressed in the Hawaiian shirts. But Paulo Hutchison doesn't have his Hawaiian shirt on. I guess he did not get the memo. And so you can see, and right now the Pink Flamingo being held by Danny Alexander and Charles Heil, the baseball team out there. Charles Heil on a baseball scholarship to Army. Best of luck to him and his future endeavors, but still some more work for him in the spring with the baseball team. So Seton trailing by 3. After leading 9-6. Rideau going to work. Yaley that back end. Thiel fires it up, and Thiel high and hard, blisters it home. 18-16. Crumbach with an opportunity to draw Seton closer. Shoots it. Lem, Cabanilla, Rayner blocked. Out of bounds by Steinkamp. 19-16, Knights. Rayner, Yaley, coaches in the middle. Steinkamp bangs it home. The Steinhammer knocking it home. And Seton pulls within 2. Terrell and Shalapour stepping in. Coaches, Thiel stepping out. Shalapour going to the service line. Seton needs to be consistent here to give itself an opportunity to win this 4th set. Good job by Shalapour. Rideau, Rayner. Lamb just knocks it across. Terrell, Shalapour. Terrell on the miss hit. A 20-17 Knights lead. Good opportunity. Seton cannot capitalize. Lem goes to work. And that one is out. So Seton trailing by 2. Caleb Bell checking in. Coaches checking in. Steinkamp on the line. Terrell checking out via Fisher. Shalapour, Crumbach. Steinkamp. Rideau. Rayner. McDowell just shoots it across. Crumbach, great dig out. Coaches. Good save by Fia Fisher. Shalapour keeps it alive. Great work by Steinkamp at the back end. Lem, Rayner. Castillo fires up a winner from that left side. And a 21-18 St. Mary's lead with Castillo on serve. Castillo, Crumbach, coaches. Violation against Seton. And James Johnson has to call another timeout. And you hate to see the Seton coming into this 4th set with a 2-1 lead with an opportunity to close this one out, but they started fast with a 3-1 lead and then led 7-5, 9-6. St. Mary started turning the tide. 11-10 lead, 16-15 lead, 20-18, and now 22-18. So Seton still with an opportunity here. Ava Castillo on serve. Shelby Lem. Olivia Castillo. Zoe Rideau. Jessica Rayner on the floor, as well as Miley McDowell for Seton. coaches, Fia Fisher, Steinkamp, Krumbach, Bell, and Shalapur. Krumbach, good dig, Fia Fisher. And that one is blocked, and Rideau comes up big. 23-18. Ava Castillo on the serve. And that one is shot long. So Seton with an opportunity. Morales and Salazar checking in. Morales in a clutch situation here. Has to get the serve across and does just that. McDowell digs it out. Rayner blocked at the net. Castillo, Morales keeps it alive. Coaches, Bell fires it. Lem on that back end. Rayner bumps it across. Steinkamp, coaches, Bell. Violation against Seton. 24-19. Set point for the Knights. Cabanilla. Set point. Bell. Coaches. Salazar. Cabanilla. Castillo. McDowell blocked to the net. Shalapur. Coaches. Feeding Bell. And Bell right through the trees and cuts them down. 24-20. Thiel checking back in. Shalapur checking out. Madeline Coaches going to work. Gets the serve across. That's Paramount. Rayner that back end. Lem gets it across. Thiel. Salazar in that middle. Cabanilla, Rayner, McDowell fires up the heat and fires up the heat oh so well. And the Knights take the 4-set 25-20. We're going to a 5th set at John J. McMahon Gym, a key Desert Sky showdown between the St. Mary's Knights and the Seton Catholic Sentinels on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. So Danny Alexander leading a tremendous charge for the student body. And as we go to the fifth set and coaches fires up in the back end, and Cabanilla, Castillo, Bell, Steinkamp, and Steinkamp fires up a laser that's returned. McDowell back the other way. Krumbach tries to dig it out, and Bell cannot secure it. So that is a quick first point for St. Mary's. Steinkamp, coaches, Thiel, right off Rideau. And Seton, this comes down to sheer will and desire. Can't let up the intensity. Gotta want it. Gotta have it. Steinkamp gives it right back. Unforced errors. So critical in this one. Whether at the net or at the service line. Miley McDowell, can she shoot it across? Right into Steinkamp. Coaches. Bumped across by Bell. Rideau keeps it alive, and that one is out of bounds. Even at twos. Via Fisher checking in. Salazar checking out. Fisher. Thiel. Bell. Steinkamp. Coaches and Krumbach. Krumbach. McDowell. Lem. Shooting that one long. Great work by Steinkamp. Thought about putting that arm out to save it, and better judgment. Seton with a 3-2 lead. And Krumbach fires up the ace. 4-2. Krumbach going to work. Seton with the 4-2 advantage, looking for their fourth straight win. McDowell digs it out. Cabanilla. Violation against the Knights. 5-2. Quick timeout on the floor. September Lopez, the longtime Knights coach. "17 years as a coach, 9 of those at St. Mary's. Graduate from Mount Point High School, graduated from ASU. The squad, Knights come in with only 3 seniors. These two teams know each other very well. Knights and Sentinels played each other in the 2020 playoffs. The Sentinels winning that matchup. Knights 10-8 last year, lost to Canyon del Oro in the first round of the playoffs. 3 returning starters from last year's team. And Seton looking to keep its playoff hopes alive as Krumbach, McDowell, Rayner. And that one is shot long by Rideau. And now it's the Knights with unforced errors. Just put the ball in play. Give yourself a chance. Cabanilla, Rayner, knocked across by Lem. Great hustle play by Krumbach. Castillo, Cabanilla, Rayner shoots it across. And Thiel on the misconnect. So Seton with a 6-3 lead. Critical 5th set. Rideau. Steinkamp. Thiel. Rideau. Cabanilla. Lem. And Lem shoots it long and wide. 7-3. Thiel shoots it across. McDowell, Cabanilla, McDowell, Krumbach. And that drops in. Krumbach with a good effort. Thiel checking out. Addie Morris checking in. Coaches, Fisher, Bell on the floor on that front line. Morris, Krumbach, and Steinkamp that back end. Bell knocks it across. Rayner, Castillo, Steinkamp, coaches. Bell, Rideau, Rayner, Shelby Lem blocked at the net. Rayner, Castillo firing it up. Right through Michaela Bell. And a 7-5 Seton lead. Jessica Rayner. Great year for the senior with 311 assists. Fia Fisher digs it out. Coaches. Fisher shoots it right into Rideau. McDowell, Lem. Dug out by Krumbach. Michaela Bell blocked at the net. Fisher, soft touch. Lem is there. Rayner blocked at the net, out of bounds. Olivia Castillo firing up that heat from the right side. 7-6. Who wants it? Who needs it? Who's got to have it? Rayner, Addie Morris, coaches, Kayla Bell. And that one is long. And James Johnson's calling a timeout. So Seton building a 6-2 lead, and all of a sudden, it's the Knights on a 5-1 run. Seton must-win match to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. A match tonight, then a Thursday match at Arcadia. Arcadia leading the Desert Sky at 8-0, St. Mary's 5-3, Mesquite 4-4, Saguaro 4-4, Seton 3-5, Marcos 0-8. Seton with an opportunity. On senior night, saying goodbye to 3 seniors playing their final regular season home game. Catherine Thiel, Kaylee Krumbach, and Ellen Terrell. And Danny Alexander, part of that football team, and Charles Howe, part of the baseball team, and the teammates and student body in Hawaiian wear. Rayner, Morris, coaches, Bell, Rideau, Olivia Castillo blocked to the net by Fia Fisher. Great work by the young gun. Seton back on top, 8-7. Emily Yaley going to work at the service line with Michaela Bell checking out. St. Mary's won the first matchup between these two squads earlier this month in 5 sets, and here we are in a 5th set yet again. And Yaley fires up the ace. Two straight points for the Sentinels. Yaley shoots it across. McDowell, good hustle play by Castillo. Knocked across. Coaches, Fia Fisher finding the soft spot. Rideau could not handle it. 10-7. Seton with the lead. We appreciate you dialing us up on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Joe Pequeno on the call. Paulo Hutchison on the live stream. And flamingos throughout the arena. Rideau digs it. Rayner. Shelby Lem dug out by Addie Morris. Steinkamp. Rayner off the block. Krumbach digs it out. And Steinkamp couldn't knock it across. 10-8. Shelby Lem going to serve. And fires up the ace, and Shelby Lem has a great service game. Lem fires up that drop ball that now Seton's preparing for. And that one is right into the net, 11-9. And let's give some props to Knights number 2, Samantha Mosqueda. who's done a lot of great dancing on the sidelines for the Knights. Morales, Lem, Rayner, McDowell. Set up for Steinkamp. Steinkamp. High and hard. The Stein hammer laying the lumber. The law firm of Steinkamp gets it done. Morales bangs it, and that one's out of play. 12-10 via Fisher. Krumbach checking in. Morales checking out. Ava Castillo on the serve. Yaley coaches Salazar, and that one's going to go out of play. So Seton, good setup by coaches, and Salazar shot it long. 12-11, decisive fifth set. Castillo gets it across. That's one saved by Yaley. Steinkamp knocked across by coaches. Castillo, Rayner, and that one is drilled home by Zoe Rideau. And we're even at 12. First to 15 by 2 wins. Castillo, Steinkamp. Steinkamp right through the trees and drills it home. The Stein hammer bringing the power from that left side. Seton 2 points away. Coaches at the net. Castillo, Lem, McDowell shoots it across. Coaches, Steinkamp, and Steinkamp fires it up. And Seton set and match point. And a timeout on the floor. September Lopez regrouping her team. And Seton, after feeling the wrath of momentum by the Knights, has stormed back to take the lead, 14-12. Now can they lay it down? Can they nail it shut to keep their slim playoff hopes alive? We appreciate you dialing us up on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Paulo Hutchison, the live stream, Joe Pequeno on the call, and numerous Flamingos roaming the court. And that Seton bench coming out of the huddle, they are fired up. And the student body, they're fired up. They're loud and proud. And this is what it's This is what it's like to be part of the Sentinels Nation. A rabid fan base, a rabid student body, intense. Coaches, set point, Castillo, McDowell shoots it. Yaley, that back end, Krumbach, Steinkamp, almost got the winner. Lem, McDowell, blocked at the net, and that will do it. And Seton wins in 5 sets to keep their playoff hopes alive and to get it done on senior night. A great victory by the Sentinels, grinding through, taking the first set 25-23, losing the second set 25-18, taking the third set 25-17, losing the fourth set 25-20, and taking the fifth set 15-12. With the win, Seton improves to 3-6 in conference, 9-14 overall, keeping their slim playing hopes alive. We'll take a short timeout, and we're going to hear from the Seton Catholic seniors. Kaylee Krumbach, Catherine Thiel, and Ellen Terrell on the win. Stick and stay. Sentinels victorious on home floor. More from John J. McMahon Gym coming up on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. And welcome back to the Seton Catholic Sports Network, where the Sentinels survive in 5 sets over St. Mary's. I'm joined by departing senior Catherine Thiel. And Catherine, talk about a battle at the end, and it went back and forth, and talk about that final frame where you were able to pull away and get the decisive 5-set victory.
Yeah, so tonight was a very emotional night. It was senior night, and I think this is our last home game, and we were all really bonded together on making this a great game for the seniors, but ending on such a strong note with an amazing crowd, and that really pulled us through. It's all about who wants it more, and we really wanted it tonight.
No question, you guys wanted it. You found a way at the very end. So talk about the team keeping its playoff hopes alive and fighting a way to play some great volleyball down the stretch, winning 4 straight now.
Yes, Coach. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm so proud of us. We've come such a long way. You know, it's been a rocky season within the region, and I think we're really starting to pull it together and play so well and strongly as a team. I'm really proud of everyone.
Let's talk about this night for you personally. You've been part of this program for a long time. You've been part of a lot of special moments here at Seton Catholic. Entering the arena tonight, knowing this would be your final game in front of the home crowd, what were the emotions like for you?
I was very excited, but I was also very sad because I've had plenty of amazing memories in this gym, so many wins, so many great friendships I've made. And honestly, I just wanted to make the most out of this night. And I think I did. I think the team did for all the seniors. And I'm just ecstatic. I'm also a little sad, but I'm really happy with how everything went tonight.
Catherine, after the match, there was a lot of hugs, and I could see the tears in your face right now. What's the emotions like right now? Because not just getting the win, but just this feeling of playing this game and celebrating it amongst the fellow seniors and your teammates as well.
Yeah, I'm just feeling really proud. Honestly, these are happy tears. I'm so happy with how everyone's played and how everyone's come together to play as a team. You know, this is Seton volleyball, and I couldn't be happier or more proud of everyone.
And you kind of talk about the team and everything as you kind of reflect on your Seton Catholic volleyball career and what it's meant to you and the friendships and everything that it's meant to you over the course of time.
So, you know, school sports are a huge commitment, and, you know, I'm in the gym every single day with these girls. You know, volleyball is like your life for these past 3 months, and I'm really going to miss them, but I'm so grateful to have gotten closer to them and having the chance to know them on the court and off the court.
That's fantastic, and still more volleyball yet to play. The team's going to ride a 4-game winning streak, and I know you want to savor this, but give the folks at home and Seton Nation out there a little preview of what this team is going to bring into facing Arcadia on Thursday night.
Yeah, you know, we're really going to bring it, coming off this energy, coming off this 5-set win. You know, Arcadia is a very tough team, but we're going to try our best, and I really think we're going to surprise many people.
Catherine Thiel, one of the proud seniors, departing, playing her final home game in front of the home crowd here at John J. McMahon Gym. We'll have more from the gym coming up. We'll listen to Kaylee Crumbach coming up next right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network.
Hey, Kaylee.
So we welcome you back into the Seton Catholic Sports Network. I am joined by the libero extraordinaire, Kaylee Crumbach. And Kaylee, first off, talk about the emotions of grinding through a very tough 5-set match, one you had to have to keep your playoff hopes alive, and the home team gets it done.
Yep, I'm so happy. I don't know how else to describe it.
You know, you kind of talk about the emotions going on, and afterwards there was a lot of hugs and there was some tears, and talk about the emotions of feeling those emotions with your teammates and hugging your fellow seniors, and what is your final regular season home game?
I think that there were so many emotions just because I have been with this team for so long, so I've kind of grown up with this team, even though I haven't grown up with all of these people. So I've just met some of these people this year. I think this team is a family, and that's how it's supposed to be, and that's shown throughout the season.
And you kind of talk about that family bond and what it's meant to you over the course of time. So you woke up today and you knew this was going to be your final regular season home game. As you came to the gym today and you had your name held with your parents on hand and the flowers given to you. What was the emotions going on leading into this one?
I think really just showed how much us seniors, not just me, but Ellen and Katie too, are appreciated by the entire program. It shows that we do make a difference and we do matter.
And you talk about mattering, and can you talk about the memories you've had being part of this program led by Coach James Johnson and Brian Milhone and Riley Johnson, and all the great memories and friendships you built in your course of time?
Oh yeah, so some of my best friends were seniors last year, and they came here today to support me because I was there for them last year. Riley, James, and Brian, I've known them since my 8th grade year, and they've constantly pushed me to become better and pushed me to be not a better person, or not a better volleyball player, but a better person as well.
And that's always the great thing, not just develop the volleyball players, but develop the person and make them good citizens and great Sentinels for life. So that being said, there's still more volleyball left to be played by this team. How does it feel to keep your slim, at-large hopes alive and in a crucial match at home?
No, it's insane. I think we came into this game just not thinking that it was going to be a detrimental game to win in order to get into playoffs, but I think we just treated it like a regular game. Yes, it was senior night, and yes, we needed to win this to get into playoffs, but I don't think we treated it like that. I think we treated it like a regular game, and that's why we were successful.
And Kaylee, now it seems like this team has finally found its footing, winning 4 straight. And talk about this stretch run where this team has rolled off some wins and it's given itself a chance down the stretch.
Yeah, no, that's completely true. I think we finally understood what we needed to do as a team, and finally realized that we are a team and it's not just individual players. So me as a passer, I have to support the setter has to support the hitter, and the hitter has to cover the passers, and that's what it's all about.
It's a team dynamic, and no question there's more volleyball left to be played, and big challenge on Thursday night. You face Arcadia, a record of 8-0 in conference, overall 21-7. You lost to them here last time. I feel this Seton team's a little bit more equipped to handle them
I think
the
so
next
too.
time around. Your thoughts on what Seton Nation can expect from the team in that matchup?
I think if we play like we did tonight and stay strong and work on our good passing and our good setting and our good hitting, I think we'll be okay.
All right. Kaylee Krumbach, one of 3 seniors, saying goodbye to the home crowd in victorious fashion tonight as they knock off St. Mary's in 5 sets. Kaylee Krumbach, thank you for spending time with us.
You.
We'll hear from Ellen Terrell coming right up on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. And we welcome you back to the Seton Catholic Sports Network. I'm joined by Seton Catholic senior Ellen Terrell. And Ellen, talk about the waves of emotion after this one, an incredible 5-set victory over St. Mary's to keep the team's playoff hopes alive, and of course on seniors night.
Yeah, I think especially for all the seniors, our first emotion, we were like it's bittersweet. We were really excited to play St. Mary's tonight because we knew we could beat them going into the game. But also the fact that it's senior night, our emotions were high, and most of the game I think we were like positive and like it was really exciting. And then just in our last huddle, the tears started to come. So
yeah, emotions were high. So let me ask you, you wake up today, you've been part of this program a long time, and you wake up today knowing you're going to play your final regular season home game at John J. McMahon Gym in front of the student body, the alumni, your fellow classmates, your fellow teammates. What was going on when you were being introduced with roses and your parents and everything else tonight?
It definitely like hit me that this was like real. Like all season I was like, okay, senior night's like not for another like month, and not another for like 2 months, weeks, whatever. But walking out on the thing and seeing all the coaches lined up, that's when it hit me. That I'm like, this is my last game ever.
Yeah, the emotions were running high. And what were the emotions like after the match when you held on to pull off the 15-12 5th set to win the match? And then I saw plenty of hugs, I saw plenty of tears, I saw plenty of emotion. What was the feelings like afterwards?
We were really happy we won. Especially like with the student section we had, like them running on the court when we did at the end. That was like something that I don't remember ever really happening. And it was just a really cool moment for us. We were all excited, thrilled. Like, we know our playoff hope's still alive, but once again, when we got this huddle, that's when it all started.
And Ellen, what has it meant to you? You've been part of the Seton Catholic volleyball team a long time. As you reflect, and you still have more volleyball to go, and we'll touch on that here in a second. But what has Seton volleyball meant for you in your time here on campus?
They definitely have given me a family. I'm an only child, so coming in like my freshman year, I made friends with like all the upperclassmen, and they were like kind of like my older sisters on the team. And I was like reflecting that to like the younger generation, especially on varsity. Like, since we have freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, I wanted to give that feeling to everyone.
And you have done that. You've shared the love among the younger players coming into the program. So let's talk about the way this team's playing now. It seems to have found its groove late in the season, 4 straight wins. Your thoughts of this team really catching fire at just the right time?
Yeah, I especially think that we came together during the Mesquite game. Like, I feel like our energy just went through the roof, and at first I think we were playing just for like our individual self, especially in the beginning of the season, but once we hit like, I would say October, we like actually started playing as a team. We started playing not as just like individual people, as one like person.
Yeah, this team really coming together with victories over Mesquite, Marcos, Coconino, and now St. Mary's in a must-win game. That being said, more volleyball yet to be played, and that's Thursday night against Arcadia.
Yeah.
Arcadia, of course, leading the conference 8-0 overall in the Desert Sky, 21-7 overall. I feel this time around the team's a little bit more equipped. It seems like it's a little more confident going into that.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on the rematch?
I think that one big thing we've been focusing on this season is just playing our game. Like, we obviously know we know how to pass, set, and hit, and serve. That if we just take like the basics and put them into the game, that will do really good.
There you go. Ellen, look right into the camera and say whatever you want to Senior Nation or Sentinels Nation out there in your final regular season appearance here at John J. McMahon Gym.
Thank you for all the support throughout the years, and go Sentinels.
There you go. That is Ellen Terrell, one of the great seniors on the Seton Catholic volleyball program. We'll wrap it up from John J. McMahon Gym coming up right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. So a great victory tonight for Seton Catholic, coming up big in 5 sets against St. Mary's, winning that 5th set 15-12 to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. Seton now with a record of 3-6 in league play, 9-14 overall. We wish our seniors that are departing the very best: Kaylee Crumbach, Ellen Terrell, and of course Catherine Thiel, that have meant so much to this program and been part of this family that is so tight here on the campus of Seton Catholic. Of course, Seton with more volleyball yet to be played. They have a Thursday home matchup against Arcadia. Arcadia, the queens of the conference right now, with a record of 8-0 in the Desert Sky and 21-7 overall. We wish the ladies the best of luck, and we appreciate you dialing us up here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. For Paulo Hutchison, who in charge of the live stream, for Greg Buchanan and the athletic department, as well as Terry Licht, I am Joe Pequeno. Once again, a very victorious night on the campus of Seton Catholic, with the seniors and the team getting it done in 5 sets over St. Mary's. We'll see you Friday night from Michael Eubank Stadium as the Sentinels take on Combs High School in football. Take care, and we'll see you soon.